Hello, hello, it's Tash and Ro.
Welcome to or welcome back to
It's Saturday,
your personal self-care pod where you can escape the work week and unwind with your two besties.
No matter what day of the week it is, but for us,
It's Saturday. Okay, a little different setting.
Look at us.
Just cozying.
Just pootin' and scootin', as Rowena likes to say.
Just pootin' and scootin'. I don't know why I said that right before we start recording. I'm just pootin' and scootin'. She's like, what?
I know. I think you were hoping I was going to brush that off, but I was like, what does that mean?
Wait,
like,
rewind. What is
what is
pootin'
that?
and scootin'?
You're like, I don't know. First I said it one time. Okay, we are switching it up. We are back to our roots in our home of mine and Matthew Dickey's.
It's stunning.
But we're not on the floor. I don't know why we never recorded out here. Why did we go on the floor in the yoga room?
I literally don't know.
I think we just kind of wanted our privacy.
Yes.
Now it's like Matt's home. Like, I don't give a fuck.
We can do this all day. We can podcast
Out
anywhere,
in the open. Anytime, any city, any country. Hire us if you're looking for a live show. We're available most dates.
Oh my god. Yeah, this is really cozy though, It goes with the vibe. It got really cold all of a sudden out of nowhere.
Okay, I was saying to Matt, we were walking Stark yesterday and it was freezing cold, and I was like, last Monday it was 30 degrees.
And now it's freezing and I have to bring my plants in. This is a reminder,
Right?
Bring your plants in. If you have any plants that are like indoor plants that you put out for the summer, just don't forget to bring them inside because they will die.
Yeah, they're gonna die.
They're gonna die.
They're gonna die.
Oh my god. Okay, last episode we had our guest episode, so it's been a minute. And if you haven't listened to that episode, go listen because it's actually a really good episode.
Every time I listen to that episode, I have a few times now, I feel like I learned something new each time.
I know, and I feel like the first time I absorbed that episode, there was so much that I missed between the lines. Yeah, so I would actually go back and listen to that again if you've only listened to it once, because the advice that she gave was so helpful.
Honestly, I would even I feel like Jay Shetty, take some notes when you're listening to that pod. That's a podcast where you can literally take some notes and you can get a lot from it. So
100%. Go listen.
But
it's been a minute since we've chatted with you guys.
I know. I do afterwards, after a guest episode, when it's feels like it's been so long since we've sat and chatted, I always I don't know, I like that feeling.
I look forward to it. It's like, oh my god, I miss you.
I miss you so much. Okay, yeah, we had a busy weekend before our guest episode. We were in Toronto for Giggly Squad.
Yes.
Have we talked about that yet?
No, we haven't talked about it.
No, we haven't talked about that yet.
Literally, we came back from Toronto and had the guest episode.
Oh my god, guys, we went feral in Toronto. The girls were growing.
It was such a girls trip that it was so much fun. I know, there was some of the guys came. They went to a different show. They went to Andrew Schultz, but I feel like they weren't even there because the Giggly Squad just took over our whole lives for that weekend.
Yeah, it truly did.
Yeah,
it was amazing. It was at Meridian Hall. It was Hannah and Paige's biggest show they've done to date. 3,000 people. We had really good spots. We could see them pretty well.
It was so funny on the way there. I was like, guys, this is their biggest show yet. They sold 18,000 tickets. And then
we're fact checked.
And then Matt was like, 18,000? I think that's what Andrew Schultz sold. Wait, what? What's going on? So then we looked it up and they said it on their pod, but they screwed up. I think they meant maybe 1,800 at the beginning, but that ended up being 3,000. But anyway, it was not 18,000 all the time. Yeah,
thousands,
it was not
hundreds,
18,000.
Whatever, girl math, it's the same.
But I think what you can expect from their show, and I was I didn't know what to expect because I've never been to a podcast live show.
Yeah, me neither.
It was pretty much just a comedy show that had a little bit of direction in the sense that they had a little PowerPoint. Yeah. They pulled from segments. People from the crowd.
From Page News.
Yes.
Yeah, the crowd work was really good.
Yeah.
Hannah had great crowd work. Paige was on one. She was super, super funny. Oh my God, and tell them what happened when we were at dinner.
Okay, so we're taking all these pictures, these cute pictures at the pre-drink. We're all posting them, tagging Paige, tagging Hannah, tagging Giggly Squad. And we're at dinner, eating away. I opened my phone and it literally says, Paige DeSorbo has mentioned you in story. I screamed so loud. I fell out of my chair. No. Everyone looked at me
I thought something really bad happened because you just howled, screamed. I'm
I don't think I've screamed so loud in my life. And everyone looked at me like I was crazy. And I was just so sorry. But I was Paige,
I'm so sorry. But then I started freaking. Then it was a chain reaction. Then I'm freaking out. Then everyone's freaking out. Everyone's checking if they reposted them. And it was a whole thing. It was insane. I've never had any form of celebrity repost me before, and she didn't even repost that many people. She reposted 8 people.
No, and we kept going back to 18, her story. 000. Yeah, we kept going back to her story, and it'd be third story in was me and Tash just out there, and we're what the heck, this is crazy. And then one of our other friends, Erica, had posted a picture, and Paige actually responded to her and said, "Oh my God, cute outfit," or something.
Yes, of course, she had such a great outfit. It was the coat.
It was a trench coat. She was wearing a
leather
red
trench coat. It was amazing.
So
yeah, highly recommend. Like, I would honestly go see them again for sure. If you've been thinking about seeing one of their live shows, would recommend doing it.
100%.
And we did something else exciting in Toronto on Saturday.
Yeah, so we woke up. We weren't that hungover because we took our no days wasted.
God bless.
Guys, that shit works. Like, we actually took it all weekend, and it actually helped so much.
All the girls took it too.
All the girls took it.
Everyone was hydrated.
Yeah.
Had all of their nutrients in their systems. It was amazing.
Yeah. So we woke up, and then me and Tash went wedding dress shopping for her, and it was so much fun.
Guys, I obviously have never been wedding dress shopping before. It was my first time doing it in this journey that I thought was going to be a really, really long experience. I thought I was going to go to places in Ottawa and Montreal, like somewhere
near and far.
Near and far. I found my freaking wedding dress, like the second dress I put on out of like 20 dresses. I was like, I kept going back to it.
Yes.
There's just something was really just drawing me to it. It's just such a beautiful dress. I'm not going to like describe it or anything, but
it was made for her, and it was made for the location. And I will say, any advice for any like brides out there, don't be hesitant to say yes to your dress because it was like one of the first or second places you went to, because that happened to me as well.
You're right.
The first place I went to, I found my wedding dress, and then I went to a second place, like just tried on dresses just for the heck of it, because I thought, oh, you know, like I should probably
just what if, you know?
And then I was the entire time I was like, nope. Like as soon as
I'm
I would put it
time.
on. So I think you just go with your gut, and it's kind of like when you're searching for a movie and there's so many options that sometimes you get decision paralysis because there's so many options. You're like, should I watch this movie? But what if there's a better option out there, and you're just wasting time.
I do that with food too sometimes. I'm like, oh, should I try something new? I'm like, oh, but I don't want it to be not as good as what I normally get. So yeah, thankfully too, I was able to find the dress in Ottawa at a little boutique in Ottawa. So I'm going this Thursday to try it on one more time. Gonna bring some other people and hopefully officially actually buy it and say yes.
Say yes.
Officially,
yeah.
Yes.
And that's also another good point too, is if you do find your dress and then you're like, well, it's in Toronto and I don't want to drive all the way to Toronto, is look for your dress in the location that you are, because now you have like the name of the dress, the designer. Exactly. And sometimes they can price match too if like you find it cheaper at other places. So just
it was actually it was almost $1,000 more expensive here in Ottawa, but they are going to match the price in Toronto. Thank God. Otherwise, I was going to go back to Toronto and like hands down to save $1,000. Like, are you kidding?
It literally made me think like, what are these price margins on these dresses that they can just like put $1,000 on it? You know what I mean?
I don't get it either, especially in Ottawa. I thought it would have been the reverse.
Yes, me too.
Yeah.
Anyway,
stay tuned. You will see my dress in August of next summer.
It's stunning. It's worth the wait.
Yes.
Okay, but speaking of weddings, we had one of our best friends' weddings this weekend.
Wow.
Fixed wedding, and let me tell you, that was such a fun time. I'm so sad that it's over. I wish I could relive it.
It went by, as almost every wedding does, way too fast. Like, it was just so beautiful and so fun. It was like euphoric and then when it was over, I was like, wait, what? Like, what do you mean it's like 3 a.m. and I have to go home? I don't
felt
want
like
to.
2 seconds. And this was also like the first wedding where our friend group, we've been close, but like we got so close.
Yes, I agree.
So it was just nice we actually got like a picture of all the girls.
With a professional photographer. Yes. Oh my God. And guys, so the venue was at the Museum of Nature, which one stunning venue, because timeless, classic, beautiful. And then the attire was for everyone to wear black. And everyone showed up, and I knew this was going to look so good in person when I saw everyone, but it just even blew my expectations.
I literally was like, I'll get remarried right now and just have this theme.
It was amazing.
Stunning.
Everybody looked so dapper, just gorgeous,
and it just even brought your attention back to the bride even more, because everyone's just wearing black, and it just looked so put together.
Yes.
And it was such an elegant wedding, like timeless, classy. It was beautiful. She did a really good job. I didn't expect anything less. But it was a really fun time.
It was so much fun. I just want to relive it again and again and again. Congratulations, Victoria and Patrick. You guys are so beautiful. We love you so much.
We love you.
Oh my gosh, busy weekend because it was also Thanksgiving.
It was actually really nice to start the weekend off with a wedding and then go into a long weekend.
Oh my God, we had Saturday, Sunday, and Monday
to recover.
It was kind of nice to like yours and Kimel's wedding ended up to being on a Thursday because of COVID.
Yes.
But it was so amazing to have Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And I think one of them was even the Monday. It was the September long.
So nice.
I was so good.
Honestly, like weddings on Saturdays are overrated. Just have it on. Have
Do
your
it
wedding on a
Friday.
Friday. Have your wedding on a Thursday, because then your guests have like the whole weekend, because they usually take the next day off.
They're gonna have to take Friday off anyway for your wedding, so it's like whatever. But yeah, we went up for a quick trip to Tremblant, which was really nice, but it was raining, so it was kind of sad that we didn't get to enjoy fully like the nature, the fall, the foliage. Came back, like closed our pool officially, so rest in peace to the pool. We did actually one last cold plunge after the wedding. We woke up in the morning before we had to drive to the cottage, and literally Matt like basically forced me to jump in the pool, and I was literally gonna cry. I was like, did not want to go in the pool because it was freaking freezing when we woke up. I was like, I don't want to go in the pool. Like, don't make me do things I don't want to do. And he was kind of like, oh, come on. And I was like, fine, I'll go in this stupid pool. I went in the pool. Let me tell you how much better I felt immediately after getting out of the pool.
And you inspired me because you were texting me. You're like, you know what? We jumped in the pool. I feel so much better. And I'm like, oh my God, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to stick my head in a bowl of cold water with ice because I've heard that helps with hangovers. Let me tell you. So I did it. I did a couple times. The first time I was a pussy and just put my head in and like pulled it out.
Okay, that's when I saw it. I was like, Romina.
No. Then the second time I was like, okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. Then Farzad came and at first he's like, I'm not doing that. This guy is so addicted to this now. Every morning, for like 2 mornings now, he makes a ice bowl water and he puts his head in and he says it helps him wake up. And I'm like, okay, you just like stole my thing and now you're like claiming it as your thing.
I'm dead. He just patented that real quick. Well, I guess it's like how we do our ice rollers. I do cold water, but I mean, if you really want to wake the fuck up, I'm going to do it tomorrow.
Honestly, it helps you. It shocks your system.
Yeah, and it's like, oh, I'm awake.
I'm awake. And it kind of feels nice on your skin. Like it feels like it's tightening your skin.
Yeah. I'm super down. I'm going to try that tomorrow.
It's really fun.
When we got from the cottage, I literally cleaned for 6 hours. And I don't know about you, but cleaning between seasons, like going from summer to fall and then doing like a deep ass clean, like literally I'm not joking when I said from like 3 p.m. to 9 p.m. I was just cleaning and doing laundry. And it had Real Housewives on in the background.
Honestly, that sounds like my most ideal day.
I had the best time ever.
People think I'm crazy, but I'm like, sometimes I'm like, I just want to not talk to anyone and just clean and listen to something or like put something on in the background. The best.
It was so therapeutic. It was so nice, especially after like yelling and dancing and screaming like at the wedding. My voice was like it was a little hurting a little bit. So I just didn't talk to anyone except for my dog. Matt was watching football, and it was just.
Honestly, yeah. If we had personal cleaners, though, what would we do?
I don't know. Just watch Real Housewives. I don't know. Like, just sit there, and that'd be amazing.
But then you start somewhere, and then you're like, no, oh my God, let me do this, and then let me do this, and then let me do this, and then it snowballs.
It's true. Yeah, my ADD brain does that for sure. Mm-hmm. And then there's 2 more things I want to talk about. One, I'm still fucking injured, guys. I'm listening to my body and I'm resting, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm starting to get a little stir crazy. I did my first workout yesterday for like over a week and a half, upper body, because my lower body is hurting. And I'm trying to be patient, but I'm like so frustrated.
Especially because you got into running and now you're just kind of like, I just want to keep running.
I feel like my endurance now is going to be shot. Like, I don't feel like I'm going to be as fast or as good as I was because it's been like 3 weeks where I haven't really ran.
I know. That's really frustrating.
I know it's cold. So running in the cold is a different ball game too.
It's like harder to breathe.
Yeah.
But you have to let your body rest and you're going to be good.
It sucks.
1 more week of no soccer and then
I've played 1 game so far and we have like 2 games left somehow. When someone said that in our group chat, they're like, we have 3 games left. I was like, pardon?
Sorry.
You said 2 games.
You're like, I could have been a sub at this point.
I know. I should have just fucking subbed. Oh my God.
Oh man, it's so annoying. Injuries, that meme that you posted, it's like when someone asks what hurts in your 30s and the guy's just slapping himself.
I literally cried laughing when I found that. And then I was showing it to Matt. I'm like, this is literally me right now.
And he's like can't relate. He's 25.
Can't relate. I'm a baby. Oh my God. Okay. And last thing, guys, we got robbed. At my home.
At gunpoint.
For our trash. You know what happened? I bet you the trolls that were like trolling us for our trash talk, guys, someone stole one of our garbage bins on this morning from garbage day. And I'm going to have to spray paint we have 2. So I'm going to just spray paint the other one and like label it.
Write your name.
Yeah.
I bet you someone saw our TikTok and was like, these guys don't recycle. And like stole your trash.
They just stole our trash.
Those things are expensive too. That's so annoying.
Dude, super annoying.
Oh, God.
And it's funny because we were talking about that in the group chat today. Like, oh, should we buy a ring? Because like it's on Amazon Prime Day. And I feel like, yeah, it's good in case anyone tries to like take stuff. And I literally thought like, who's going to take stuff in my neighborhood? No one. Someone stole my fucking trash bin. That was karma.
It's Amazon just like wanting you to buy stuff. Oh my God. Okay, last little update too is I'm going to Brazil on Saturday for a conference.
I can't believe that's already here. I remember when you got booked for that.
I have no idea what to expect. I feel like this is the least prepared I've ever been for any trip.
Wait, you're already like packed. I saw your snap.
I know, but I just feel like mentally I don't know that I'm going. You know,
Fair.
like I just feel like I'm like, if I was like, can you believe we're leaving on Saturday for Brazil? Like,
dude,
it really doesn't.
You've had a big travel year. There was Mexico. There was Denver. There was where else did you go? You went Vancouver,
and then now Brazil.
Yeah,
That's
a lot.
Big year.
Good for you.
Yeah, big year.
Damn.
But yeah, I feel like I'm usually just more mentally prepared.
Yeah.
But anyway,
you're presenting.
I'm presenting. Yeah.
So I get to bring you a little tube with your poster.
Thank God, no, because they got like little TVs, and then they're putting it on. I'm like, thank God. That thing literally ruined my travel day. Just like having to carry that thing through security. But yeah, well, I'll let you guys know how it goes. I'm going to Rio de Janeiro, and people have told me all different things about safety, about where to go. So I'm just like, I have no idea what to expect. But
I just immediately thought of the fragrance, and I'm like, I wonder if when you get there, they'll automatically give you like Sol de Janeiro like fragrances, like little gifts when you get there.
Like, I hope that would be awesome.
Probably knockoffs.
Oh my God, seriously. But yeah, there's gonna be no episode next week, sadly, but we'll be back the week after.
And we'll have so many stories. We're actually gonna be babysitting Nova for part of your trip while you're away. I'm super excited.
She's literally here right now, and I'm like, they were kind of like a lot at the beginning, but I know after a while they'll be fine. Yeah, they'll settle. They're chilling now.
They're out there. They're just chilling. They're good. They're good out there. Okay, let's jump into I want to jump into some social side because there's two things I want to talk about.
Okay, go.
One, I am trying to put in a petition for group iMessage chats having the ability to do polls.
That is such a genius idea. Why don't we work at Apple?
I don't know. First the Ring idea that you had, now this, because like, for example, trying to coordinate like 8 of our girlfriends for like a girls' night, or just like any kind of like plans, or just like anything. If you just want to make a little poll, like, okay, Friday or Saturday, or this or that, like it would just be so much easier.
Like,
if you could just
Messenger
do a little
has
poll.
that. Facebook Messenger has that. It's so much better. Why don't they?
Better.
They should really implement that. Honestly, again, why doesn't Apple have like a little submission section where we can write our little ideas?
I don't know, but until then we'll keep tagging them in our reels.
Yeah, hopefully they'll see.
Until then.
That's actually so smart. Oh
right? I just thought that'd be such a little easy hack.
Yeah.
Second thing, have you ever heard of something called like ghost watchers?
Never.
So it's kind of like, do you ever notice how there are people on Instagram that are always like watching stories, but they never like post anything, they never interact, they never like your stuff, like, and it's not even they don't like your stuff, but they don't even like post on Instagram.
Yes.
But they're always watching your stories,
and they don't even have like a little picture. Sometimes they're just like a name. And you're like, this is creepy.
No, that's creepy. But even just like people like in like that are kind of like in your outsorts of circles that are just always like watching. And I feel like it's kind of interesting that there's so many people that probably know like so much about what you do because we're posting so much, or just like people in general that post a lot. Like, for example, when I went to go try on my wedding dress last week at the spot in Ottawa, I ran into this girl that works there that I literally used to work with like 10 years ago that I hadn't seen in so long. And like the first thing after like it's being like, oh, like good to see you, she's like, yeah, I've just been watching you like on Instagram, like seeing all your stories I've been watching. I'm like, you know, in my head I'm
she
like,
probably listens to us right now.
No, I don't think she does. I don't think she does. And if she does, great, thank you. But I was just like, welcome. But it just like made me think like, oh my gosh, there's probably so many people that just watch and don't interact. It's
kind of creepy.
And it's kind of weird.
It's kind of weird. It's so true. I've never thought of that.
Am I anyone's ghost watcher? Like maybe just like celebrities, I'm their ghost watchers. So it's just like a different like
level. Yeah. We do post like we post everything on social media now because of this podcast, but I do feel like, yeah, that's so weird. Some people don't post anything. Nothing. But they have an account.
I know. Interesting.
Imagine like Instagram would just like, if you don't post or like after a certain amount, it would flag your account as like,
you got to pay to play. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got to post to play. You got to post to watch.
Oh my God. Kind of like Be Real, like where you would have to like,
yeah, you
post.
Can't be a ghost watcher on Be Real.
So imagine they're like, to be able to see people's stories, You have to post a story.
Post a story.
Which is fine because we post stories all the time.
Right? Anyway, food for thought.
Yeah, I love
random.
I really like that. Okay, can we jump into Showtime? Because I do want to talk about the Beckham show.
Oh my God.
Did you watch it?
I'm on episode 3 of 4. I'm obsessed.
Obsessed. I finished it. It's so good.
Holy shit. I love the Beckhams.
Oh my God. David Beckham is the hottest.
Ugly.
What?
So kidding.
I was like, I'm about to drop this microphone and leave.
He is so good looking. He's 49.
He got better with age.
He really did.
Okay, but wait, you haven't gotten to that episode.
I know, but like the spoiler alert, skip ahead. I know that like they're going to talk about like the affair allegations. Like haven't got there yet. Don't even want to see it because he's such a simp for her. I don't even understand like how he would have cheated on her. Like he loves her. He drove hours to see her for 5 minutes.
And like I really want to know more about their relationship. I wish they had like a show kind of like the Kardashians because I really want to see more about their relationship. But he cooks, he cleans. I feel like he's such a good husband. Did you see how OCD is?
Yeah, he's a little OCD for sure. Kind of makes sense for like you have to be so obsessive in order to be like the best at your craft. So like
so true.
He was playing soccer like from morning till night, like whether it was raining, pouring, like whatever. So it kind of makes sense that he has a bit of an obsessive personality.
But the part that I didn't know about, which they talk about in the documentary, is that so when he did his first World Cup, he played in this first World Cup, he got a red card, and so he was taken off the field, and they lost. England lost against Argentina because of that, because they were down a player. He got literally bullied for years.
I had no idea about this.
Like years. Like they threatened to kidnap his children. They would scream different things. Like at games, they would boo him off.
Remember when they had the dummy? They would hang and had his jersey on it, like hanging as if like he was like dead.
I was like, it's just a game.
Dude, that just shows you like again how like the British media like just has not changed, because even like fast forward to today with Love Island and how people have committed like suicide over just like the bullying that happens in the media. Like it's just
Meghan Markle literally left the royal family because she couldn't take the bullying anymore from the media.
It's like they haven't even learned from it though. It's like that happened 20 years ago with David, and it's still happening in the media today. The Brits are ruthless.
Every time there's a documentary and they talk about like, this is what happened with the media, I'm always like, oh my God, like this is just...
Yeah, that's a lot. Yeah. Also, it was kind of annoying that they were blaming him, and it's like, oh, so the rest of the team, like, are they so incapable of winning without David? Like, maybe get some better teammates then. Like, why is he always carrying the team on his fucking back, dude?
I know. That's what I said.
He didn't deserve a red card also. Not that I am a big like soccer connoisseur. I'm just like, really? That was a red card? Are you kidding?
The guy literally tripped him. So, I don't know.
That was stupid.
Yeah, I didn't like that. But anyway, watch the show. It's really, really good.
Oh my God, I'm obsessed. I can't wait to finish watching it.
It's so good.
Probably will watch one more episode with Matt tonight. I can't watch it without him. We've been watching it together.
No, we definitely watch it with him. These are the types of reality shows. I'm like, at least the men are down to watch it too, because it has something to do with sports.
Yeah, something for everyone.
Something for everyone. Yeah. And then Posh Spice, the Spice Girls. Oh my God, so much nostalgia.
Oh my God, did
my
you
first
watch
CD ever I owned was a Spice Girls CD.
Yeah. Oh my God, I definitely own that too. I don't know if it was my first, but
like,
do you remember the Spice World movie? Did you ever?
Yes.
Oh my God, can we watch that one day?
Oh my
God, Spice World?
Yeah, Spice World. It's been so long since I've watched it. Oh my
God,
I was a kid.
Been itching to watch that for years.
And they went on that bus. It was like
There's
that
tour.
There's a
bomb on the bus. Should I wear the little Gucci dress or the little Gucci dress?
Oh.
I think you should wear the little Gucci dress.
Oh my God. Wow. No. Memory unlocked. I forgot about that movie.
Oh my God.
That's
we need
crazy.
to watch that. Chill night when you're back from Brazil.
Yeah, 100%.
Please.
And then another show we've been binging is Gossip Girl, because
this is hilarious.
So I love Gossip Girl. I've watched it like several times all the way through, and I was like, we were watching Gilmore Girls because I was like, I used to watch it with my mom and my sister, and I was like, okay, we had it playing like on the background, you know, when you're just like need a show to just like watch in the morning or whatever. And then I was like, this is kind of lame. Like nothing's really happening. I was like, honestly,
it's very PG.
It's so PG. I was like, if you like this, like you'll like Gossip Girl. So we played a couple episodes.
The OG Gossip Girl, right?
Yes, the OG Gossip Girl. And he was like, wait, this is so much better. And then we've just been binging it because it's just such a good show.
Dead. And I used to love that show. So I forget a lot of the names though. Chuck Bass,
Blair Waldorf, Serena Vanderwoodson.
Yeah. Dan Humphrey sucks.
Yeah.
He gives me the ick.
He is gross. I don't like him.
Yeah.
And then, so now we're just like, we're going to watch that and then watch all of the old, like Supernatural, OC, like
Supernatural.
So good.
Oh my God. The OC.
Just like go back to the OG shows.
I loved the OC. Also, speaking of Gossip Girl, though, I read the books before it was a show. Did you ever read the books?
I read like a couple of them, but I didn't like read all of them.
Oh my God. That was an iconic time.
It was so good.
Oh, I love those shows. Speaking of that, we were watching some old movies. Have you ever watched Scott Pilgrim versus the World?
Yes. So
such a good movie.
Yeah.
It's so different than any other movie that I've ever really seen. It's kind of like a video game, but done like filmed in real life, and it's funny and it's like a bit crude. And it's just a really good movie.
It's so good. Definitely go watch it.
I would definitely recommend watching it. It's a good one. Oh my gosh, what else are we watching?
Well, Real Housewives is back of Salt Lake City, right?
Bro, Real Housewives of Salt Lake City is back.
I'm watching it again because I watched season 1 and then I watched part of season 2 and then I don't know what happened. I didn't finish it season 2, so I went back and I just rewatched like the first few episodes of season 2, and I'm gonna watch
4
it
now, right? Yes.
Yeah, so I'm gonna watch it.
I feel like 3 is when it gets crazy, obviously with Jen Shaw and everything.
Yep.
And then honestly, this season is pretty good. People have been saying they find it like the most boring out of all of them, but like I definitely disagree. But I also started watching Real Housewives of Potomac because Kate and Nicole have been saying to watch it. It's like Potomac, Maryland. It's like a lot of like old money. It's pretty savage.
Okay.
I like it a lot. There's lots of drama.
Okay.
And it's apparently one of the only franchises where the cast has kind of remained the same over like 6-7 seasons. So it's kind of interesting to like go all the way back and just like see all this fucking drama.
And how many seasons are there? Sorry?
There's 7.
7.
There's 7. Yeah. I'm on season 2.
Okay.
So yeah, that's another thing I had on the background, just Real Housewives.
So nice. So good.
So good.
Okay, did you hear that Usher is performing at the halftime show?
I'm so excited about this, Romina. Oh my God, the fact that we're at the age now where the halftime performers are actually like meaningful to us and we know who they are and like vibe with all their music.
And they're not just like TikTok stars where you're like, who is that? And they have like one song.
Oh my gosh, like who was it last year?
It was Rihanna. And she was pregnant. And she announced her pregnancy.
Oh my God.
She was just like, I'm
right?
pregnant.
And so people were like, how dare you like fat shame her? We're like, no, this bitch is actually real pregnant. Yeah, I feel like he's gonna have some good collabs.
I'm excited because like Lil Jon and
Ludacris. Like, there's gonna be some people coming out.
I'm excited.
Also,
guys, there's just like dogs in this pod, and they're just like coming in and out, and I don't know.
It's comfy but chaotic.
Yeah, it's
kind of describes chaotic. My whole life.
I love it.
That's how I would describe my life.
But another thing too is, so I don't know if you saw, but Victoria's Secret fashion show. So it's been, it was kind of canceled for I think 4 or 5 years, and they recently came out with what's called their world tour. So it's like their comeback tour.
Okay.
And all it was essentially like, it's not like the Victoria's Secret fashion show at all. It's more just like
it's actually not the Victoria's Secret fashion show.
It's really not. It's literally they go to all these different places around the world, some underprivileged, some like America, and they're showcasing artists and designers from all different places. You can watch it on Amazon Prime. Like it's pre-recorded. It's not like live or anything.
Is there a live audience though?
No, it's like very much like a documentary kind of thing. And I mean, I watched half of it. I didn't finish it. It was good. It's just for me, I just wasn't expecting that. I was expecting more Victoria's Secret.
Like, did you wear your PJs, get popcorn ready to go, and then you're kind of like, wait,
what is this? Yeah, it was very different. It felt a little bit like they were steering so far away from from what the original Victoria's Secret fashion show was that it felt a little inorganic in a sense.
It's almost like they are rebranding, but they didn't change the name. It's like just completely rebrand.
Exactly.
R.I.P. the Victoria's Secret fashion show.
This is something else
over.
now.
Yeah. They probably just held onto the name for ratings to like get you in like kind of like clickbait maybe.
Yeah.
I never was super into it from the beginning. So like when it came out again, I was never like, oh my God. Like I know there were some friends that were like, oh, I can't wait to watch this, but just wasn't. I just didn't tickle my fancy.
It was. I understand why it got canceled. I remember I would watch it as a kid and be like, well, now I can't eat tonight. And you'd be eating like candy while you're watching, and you're like, well, I feel like
people would have like parties for this, and they would have like a bunch of food, and then all the girls would get there and just would like
not eat them and feel bad about themselves.
Yeah.
So I get why it was canceled, and I get why they're trying to do this, but I think just because it is Victoria's Secret, it just seems a little authentic. But I
Fair.
think go watch it. It was definitely something that was interesting, and it was cool to see the different artists and the designers. So definitely go watch it.
Was there any like musical performers also or no?
Oh, Doja Cat performed.
Oh, interesting.
But it was
Okay,
kind of like
love
a
her.
music video. Like, again, it wasn't like live. Like she was just like performing on like a stage or anything. It
Yeah.
was just kind of like a music video, like segment. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Well, let's talk about the Paris Fashion Week.
yes. So there was a whole bed bug fiasco at Paris Fashion Week, and
Dude, I heard it was so bad that it was even in like at the movie theaters, in the chairs at the movie theaters, like there were bed bugs there somehow. Like it's just terrible.
oh my god, this is like my nightmare because I actually have a bed bug story.
No.
So it was my 4th year of university. I moved out and I was living in an apartment in Sandy Hill, and 5 months into living at this place, there was rumors that there was bed bugs in this freaking apartment. Rumors, like amongst like
Facebook
the people,
posts.
like literally amongst the people that live there were like, people were saying that there's bed bugs. So we all checked our mattresses. Like you're supposed to flip your mattress, check underneath.
Oh my god,
And
what a nightmare.
literally me and my roommate found one bed bug, and we were like,
One
oh my
single bed bug.
Yeah. And they're these little tiny black bugs, and they're so disgusting. And we were like, oh no. And so we talked to the other neighbors, and yeah, surely enough, the whole freaking building of
my
like 4 stories, all infested.
How does
So
it even start?
I don't even know. So we told, I think one person brings it in, and then once one person brings it in, it's so easy for them
Just
to like
spreads.
jump on your like jacket, and then you put your jacket on your bed, and then it like literally, that's how it starts.
Ew.
So anyway, we found out that we had bed bugs. We told our landlord. He refused to get any like exterminators or anything. And we had to take measures into our own hands. So we start looking up how to get rid of bed bugs. So the first thing you have to do is literally take all your clothes and
Burn them.
literally burn them. But you need to make it either really, really cold or really, really hot, because that will kill them. So you can throw things in the dryer, for example,
Okay.
and turn on the dryer, and it will kill them. And then
You
you
just hear them like
so disgusting.
Oh my
But like you have to throw out your mattress. So
Yeah.
that has to go.
That's expensive too, a mattress.
So expensive. And bed frames, sometimes they can like chew at your bed frame.
Oh my god.
It's really fucked up. So anyway, it took forever for us. I remember I had to get rid of so much clothing because I was just like, I was so grossed out, and I
Yeah.
didn't want to like risk it. We had to get rid of our couch. We had to get rid of so
You're
much
just
stuff.
probably like paranoid. It's like you don't just need
I
to
just
restart
didn't.
over.
I just wanted to like throw everything out. But anyway, so bed bugs are a nightmare, and I would hate, especially if you go to Paris and then you bring one bed bug back with you. Like it could get into your suitcase and then you're screwed.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Ew.
Yeah.
For some reason, bed bugs make me think of like ticks. I just feel like they're like just really gross and just make you all like itchy and.
And the entire time, like imagine trying to sleep in your bed thinking that there's bed bugs in it. You couldn't sleep.
I would like become a hypochondriac.
I think I
and it
didn't
would
sleep
just,
for like 3 or 4
No.
months because
I would
every night I
spiral.
would be like, oh, there's something on me.
So
Oh,
they
there's
just
something
like,
on me.
Little bites on your skin.
Yeah,
kind of
you would
thing?
find like almost like mosquito bites.
Oh
But that's
my
also why it's hard
God.
sometimes to know if you have bed bugs, because if it's during like summer, you
Yeah.
just think it's a mosquito bite. It looks like a mosquito bite.
Literally.
So anyway,
Check your beds.
check your
guys.
mattress, check underneath your mattress. But
That's terrible for Paris.
sucks.
I hope they figure that out. Also, that made me think of, remember when we were talking about all those crickets that invaded that spot in Nevada? Like, what happened with that? Like, I need to look into that again. 'Cause that
happened?
was fucked.
That was crazy. Did you see that there was this like truck or like van or whatever of celery, and it fell over,
no.
and the whole highway, it was like on the way to Toronto, filled with celery, like thousands of dollars worth of celery.
Oh my
just
god!
like
I
on
did
the
not
street.
see that.
Yeah, it was crazy.
I hate celery.
I hate
I'd be
celery
like,
so
of
much.
all the things, I'd be like, why not carrots or cucumbers? Like, he's like, oh,
Yeah, celery. Ugh.
hate celery. Disgusting. I saw today that Rachel from Vanderpump Rules,
AKA
formerly-
Raquel, AKA Rachel, AKA whatever.
Yes, is going online and she's selling all of her old like Tom sweaters and the Thunderbolt necklace that she bought. She's selling it, but she's selling it and donating all the profits to this mental health organization, because I guess today is like Mental Health Awareness Day, and that's why she popped on to sell all these things. But I was like,
So who's buying this?
I don't know. You know, there's probably some weird super freak, super fan like
Yes.
that's gonna buy it. And I looked at the necklace; it was only like $1,000. So I was like,
Okay. I
someone-
remember they showed that episode and she bought it for like $1,000.
Yeah.
So
Exactly. So Didn't go up in value.
Did you see that Sandoval has a podcast? What is it even called?
Everybody Loves Tom.
It's called Everybody Loves Tom.
Yes, you didn't see the promo for it?
Oh my god.
Oh my god, I was actually not gonna lie. It was kind of funny. Like it was him and like some like studio person just being like, okay, like what do we want to name the podcast? You have to think about it. And Tom's kind of like, I don't know. He's like, well, here are some words that people are using to describe you: scumbag, narcissist, liar, yeah, like scum of the earth, and worm with a mustache. And Tom's kind of like, he's like, I got it. Everybody loves Tom. And I'm like, oh my god, like
everybody so tone deaf. Everybody hates Raymond, or everybody loves Raymond.
Oh my god, remember that show? Yeah. Everybody loves Raymond.
Yeah. Everybody loves Raymond or hates.
Everybody loves Raymond. Everybody hates Tom.
But it wasn't there.
Everybody hates Chris.
Yes. Okay.
Yes, you're right. He stole it. See, he's not even original.
Not even original.
I will probably not be listening to that. And there's actually, honestly, I'm not gonna lie though, there was another promo video. It's like him about to record with his shirt off. And they're like, Tom, like, no one's going to see this. They're not going to know that your shirt's off. And he's just like, they'll know. Like, fuck, it's kind of funny. But I doubt he wrote that himself.
Yeah, he has a whole
shit, not gonna listen.
PR team. I really want to hate listen for like the first episode and then just never listen again.
I do. Maybe a little.
Yeah.
I am excited for the next season of Vanderpump. I feel like that's going to come out soon.
I'm so excited.
Soon as it's going to be Summer House, Winter House, Vanderpump Rules, Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Like, I'm going to be busy for the fall. Like, Bravo.
Don't talk to me. I'm not leaving my house. I'm not spending money. I'm just gonna lock myself in.
Yeah.
Like with my sweats and my reality TV and my hot cocoa, and that's all I need.
Hot cocoa. You're so cute.
Oh my god. Kate, let's go into like, I don't even know what to call this, but let's talk about girl math and boy math, because I feel like this is just something that's trending right now. And I posted a TikTok the other day talking about an instance of girl math that just makes sense for me. Is if you wear an outfit one time and you take a picture in it, you've worn that outfit too many times, you can't wear it again. If you've worn an outfit multiple times but have no pictures in it, you've never worn that outfit. It like doesn't exist. And for some reason that just makes so much sense in my brain.
No, that literally, it makes so much sense.
It makes so much sense. And there's so many other instances. Like if you go out on a Friday night, you have a longer weekend than if you go out on a Saturday night.
Yeah, so you can go harder.
Exactly. You have like 2 more days of weekending. Whereas
girl math is making sure that you add enough to your cart so you don't pay for shipping. Otherwise, you're losing money.
You're literally losing money. Like today, I was on, it's Amazon Prime Deal Day or whatever the frick. Yes. And I was like, I can't buy anything. And then I was looking and I was like, I didn't end up buying anything because I really had to restrain myself. But I was like, oh my God, like this is like $40 off. If I don't buy this, I'm losing $40.
Literally. If something's on sale, I feel like I made money because, I just saved $40 off of it. So what else am I going to spend $40 on? Girl math. Literally got a coupon the other day for Staples out of nowhere. And Farz was like, don't you girl math it up and go to Staples now, because you don't need anything from Staples. And I'm like, but I have a $5 coupon. You got to get some Staples.
$50 thing.
Okay, boy math is saying that you're 5'11" when really you're 5'6".
Ooh, that is boy math. Yeah. I saw another instance of boy math and it was saying how if you say you're going to do something for your girl or buy her something, but you never actually buy it or do that thing, it's like you did it because you said you were going to do it.
Boy math.
That's boy math.
Don't like that.
I don't like that.
Boy math is being able to coordinate 3 leagues of fantasy football with all of your bros, but not being able to coordinate showing up to an event on time or just plan any kind of event.
They fooled us.
They're fooling us.
They're literally fooling us.
That's in 2 fantasy football leagues.
Wow. Farz doesn't do that, but he can probably do it if he tried.
Keep him away. So there's some boy math. If you guys think of any other little boy maths that we didn't think of off the top of our head,
yes,
let us know.
Also, there was this one. It was like girl measuring, and it's like you just like take your arm.
Oh my God, I've literally done that before.
And then you like walk over to the thing.
I have literally done that before.
That's girl construction.
That is, and proud. Okay, let's jump into a couple more little random ass shit because we are jumping on the boy math. Oh, this reminds me of pink jobs versus blue jobs. Have you heard of this?
No.
Okay, so shout out to Nicole and Dell, because when we were in Toronto this weekend, and I think there's just like some garbage that needs to be taken out, and then Dell's like, oh yeah, don't worry, I got it, I'm gonna take the garbage out, and Nicole's like, yeah, that's a blue job. And I was like, oh, like, what do you mean a blue job? He's like, boys have blue jobs and girls have pink jobs. Ooh. So now whenever Matt and I are like dividing up like the day-to-day chores, we'll be like, oh, that's a pink job. Oh, that's a blue job.
Ooh, I love that.
Like putting oil in the car, blue job.
Oh my God, that's 100% a blue job.
Getting gas?
Blue job. I don't think I've ever gotten gas.
I've gotten gas unfortunately sometimes, but
it's a blue job. It's a blue job.
If the boy is there, then it's a blue job.
Yes. Taking out the garbage, 100% blue job.
Yeah.
Putting anything on the walls, blue job.
Oh my gosh, yes. Like anything involving a tool?
No.
Blue job.
Blue job.
I would say mostly like folding,
girl job. I will say bathrooms, guys just don't know. Or pink job.
Cleaning the bathroom is a pink job.
Pink job. They
just don't know.
They just don't know.
Fixing the toilet though.
Oh.
Blue job.
Blue job.
Fixing anything. Blue job.
Yeah.
Taking out the garbage, like we said.
Blue job. What else? Is a talking on the phone if it's like something complex. Blue job. Oh. Blue job. Pink job. Okay, well, it depends. If it's something where I'm like, I need to get our money back because they screwed us, give me the phone because this guy's too nice. But if it's like, I don't know, something related to like a water meter appointment.
Oh, here you go. That's a blue job.
Blue job. I don't know what this is. I made
that appointment recently. I literally was like, here's the paper. Please make the appointment.
Yeah.
Stroke, you have to show your toys, baby boy.
That's a pink job.
Okay, and also speaking of Nicole and Del, and you know how recently we talked about alarms and how to like switch it to something that you want? Okay, so Del like learned that from the pod and changed his alarm, and his alarm is the funniest thing ever. It's literally the clip of Kim Kardashian being like, get your ass up and work. Like no one wants to get their ass up these days and just work.
Oh
and
my
that's
God.
Literally his phone alarm, and I thought that was the funniest thing.
Dude, that is so smart. I want to do that. I'm literally gonna
and work.
Guys, the amount of skills that you guys have learned through this podcast, Nova's just like, I know like so many skills.
So many skills.
Ugh, I love it. That's so good.
And then a little like cleaning hack I want to give the SATURDAYs because I was cleaning up a storm this weekend and I forgot it existed. If you mix hot water, bleach, and Tide, it will literally clean anything and everything. If there's like a little stain on your wall, if you clean your walls, right?
Yes, hot water, and Tide,
and a little scoop of like Tide powder.
Wow.
Yeah, like a little bit of bleach, just a little like teaspoon, tablespoon, whatever of each. Like cleaning, like disinfecting, cleaning, like anything, like in the toilet, like in your shower, like on the walls, like you want to make sure your walls are looking white. That shit. Obviously, wear a glove when you're doing it because there's bleach, but iconic.
Go. Shh. Sit down. I know.
Toys, you're such a demon.
Oh, there we go. You know what else I was actually thinking too is when I clean my house, I want it to like smell like bleach. Like I want it to be a chemical. Bit. I'm a chemical girly when it comes to that. Like I'm not one of those girls that's just like little vinegar. I'm like, that's not enough. Like it better smell like I freaking cleaned the whole house when I did it.
Someone needs to walk in and question whether or not I like rinse the house in bleach. Just a little bit.
I need Fires to walk in and be like, open up a window. We're gonna suffocate in here.
You actually should do that. It's actually pretty important. Make sure that you open up your windows.
Yeah. Okay. I want to talk about this because I'm gonna go on a plane soon, and I feel like a lot of people don't know this. So, do you know why you put your phone on airplane mode?
So the plane doesn't crash.
That's what they tell you.
That's what I believe.
So there was like a TEDx video, like TED Talk video that was talking about this. And essentially why you do it is because your phone is sending out large radio waves at all points, whether that's when you're making a phone call or when you're looking for signal. And so when you're in a plane, obviously like you're far from the cell towers. Yeah. So your phone is sending out really, really loud radio waves in order to be picked up by the cell towers. Yeah. And so you're essentially just like screwing up the cell service for everyone on the ground. And so imagine everyone, there's like thousands of planes going in and out every day, and there's hundreds of people on those planes. Imagine no one put them on airplane mode. You wouldn't be able to use your phone. Imagine. Remember, this is a really good example. Remember that day there was like that
the blackout day last summer. Yes.
And think about anytime you're at a rave as well and your phone just doesn't work. It's because everyone in that area is like trying to use their phone, is trying to call people. So like cell service just doesn't work because there's so many radio waves out. Anyway, this is just a reminder to put your phone on airplane mode. Even though it might not be helpful for like the plane, it is helpful for everybody else. So
don't be a dick.
Okay,
literally before I even knew this though, like I literally thought it had to do with the plane like not crashing. And I remember one time Matt like did not put his phone on airplane mode, and we got into a little bit of a fight about it. I was like,
because you're a teacher and you're like, dude,
I'm a rule follower. I am a rule follower, and Matt is not a rule follower all the time. And turns out it wasn't that big of a deal, but still a dick move.
But if everyone is doing it, like, we'd be screwed. We would just wouldn't be able to use our phones.
And we won't use our phones. We got places to call.
We got places to be, text. People to call, people to talk to.
Exactly.
Yeah, so definitely put your phone on airplane mode. Let's actually jump into a little bit of health and well, because
it's been a while. I feel
it's been a really long time since we talked about health and wellness. And I think one of the things that's important, like I'm about to go on vacation, is, you know, when you get back from vacation and it's almost like counterintuitive because you feel like you have so much to do.
Oh my gosh,
you feel so stressed. Like for me, the stress starts like the minute I get on that plane on the way home and it's like about to land.
Think of everything you have to do when you get back, and you just put a lot of pressure on yourself.
So much pressure, and it almost like ruins the vibe of like the vacation or the time off that you took. So I think going back to what Tasha said in that episode last week is just to realize and understand that these emotions are there, and instead of like trying to suppress them, it's just having awareness for those thoughts and then finding a way to cope with them, whether that's being like, hey, everything's gonna get done and it's okay.
It always does.
It always gets done.
It always does. Isn't that the crazy thing?
Farzad always has to remind me of that. Like sometimes I'll be like, oh my God, I have to do this and I have to do this. And he's like, but the craziest thing is you're going to do it.
Yeah.
Like it's going to get done.
Literally, Matt's the exact same. God bless.
God bless. God bless. I saw this quote the other day. It was like, or today, I think it was like by the We the Urban. And it was saying how like if you're the overthinker, you just need to have a partner that like brings you back to reality for a second. God.
Imagine an overthinker being with an overthinker.
Oh my God. You would sink.
I would hate them.
You would sink. You would literally sink. You would sink.
But sometimes you need to like an overthinker to just like put a little fire under your butt. You know?
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Think about that a little bit. You know?
Because if it wasn't for me, sometimes you wouldn't be thinking. Yeah. I need to be there to be like, hey, have you thought about this?
Have you thought about that? Have you have a plan for that?
Yeah.
No, that's actually a really good point. I feel like I do that a lot on vacation too. And just being more present. And there's probably like little things too you can even do to like make yourself feel more at ease. Like, I don't know, like maybe you like make sure like that extra load of laundry gets done before your trip, or you had your clean sheets are ready to go, so when you get back you have clean sheets to come home to, or you make sure like everything is like reset, you didn't leave it all chaotic, you know. That's
such a good point, because sometimes I feel like the day before your flight or whatever, like the whole house is kind of chaotic, and then you come back to a chaotic space.
Exactly. Like that's kind of what we did for the wedding. Like we were just like really busy leading up to before we left, and it was kind of messy, so like when we got back, like just like didn't feel good. I think that's why the next day I was like, this is when we were leaving for the cottage, because it was the day after the wedding.
Yes.
So stuff was a little chaotic here. So when we came back from the cottage, it just was not like super neat and tidy. So that's when I was like, I'm cleaning for 6 hours. Like,
don't talk to me.
We are cleaning, and that way just like everything has its home and like everything's in the right spot. And then I felt good for the week, but
you feel so much better.
Yeah, so I did the opposite of that for myself. I did not set myself up for success, but
that's a good reminder to do that if you're ever like going away on vacation. Just
my gosh, absolutely
set yourself up.
100%.
And then the other thing too that I saw was that maturing is realizing that not every connection and friendship that you've had has to last forever for it to be meaningful.
Oh my gosh, that's so true. I think especially women, I feel like men are probably good with that, but women I feel like maybe hold a lot of guilt when it comes to certain things, and it's just being like fixers and solvers. It's like, oh my gosh, if this friendship isn't working, like why? Like what am I doing wrong, or like what's happening? But it's like maybe just ran its course for those 10 years, for that 2 years, for those few months. And that's just what it was supposed to be.
And you learned what you needed to from that relationship or friendship. You took what you needed, and now like it kind of served its purpose. And now like you maybe outgrew that person, or they outgrew you, or you guys are going different paths, or they moved away. And it's sometimes hard to keep up with friendships. And I also will say something that's really underrated is like those low friendship low maintenance friendships that you just like, you haven't talked in like 4 months, and then you see each other and it's like no time has passed.
Yes. Oh my God, I love those friendships. I feel like those are the ones for me, at least, that like I made in university. So, and then we all like moved away, so we don't see each other as often, but when we do, it's kind of like we jump right back to when we were you know, in our Carleton years, and it's just like super nostalgic, and I appreciate those friendships a lot.
I do, yeah,
because the high maintenance friendships,
the ones where you're like, if I didn't talk to you for a while, then it's like, are we still friends? Like,
are you mad at me?
Are you mad at me? Yeah, it's too much. Sometimes I'm like, we're all busy. Everyone's busy. No one's just like moping around. So especially in this time And like once we have kids, it's gonna get even worse.
What's it gonna be like when we have kids?
Like I'll talk to you once every few months.
Oh my God.
It's gonna be crazy.
Like,
I know.
That's going to be insane. But I guess like once everyone's in the same boat, you kind of understand. And then I just feel like you're going to also be doing more of the same things. Like maybe we're going to like go to swimming lessons with our kids together.
Yes.
Or I don't know.
Like have a group activity where we're hanging out. Yeah, we're having wine and they're just like hanging out.
They're in the playpen.
Like with our dogs. Like crazy asses.
That's a good point too. It's like we made it work with dogs. And I know obviously dogs are not like babies. But I feel like they are such good practice.
Yes.
And we make all of our friendships, like we all have dogs in Ottawa and we all make that work. Like, oh, we're like have this day long event, but like, oh, we have the dog, so we gotta like go back and watch the dog, or we need this person to watch the dog, or this or that. So I feel like we make it work with that.
It's gonna
be good when we have kids.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Well,
damn. Okay.
Wow.
That is a good way, I think, to end.
I think it's such a good way to end.
Time. My watch is buzzing.
Aw, this was such a cozy.
This is cozy, chaotic episode.
Cozy, chaotic dog episode.
Our kids were here and they were a little naughty, but I'm glad it happened.
It's real. It's real. It's real. We're not
real.
Be real. Don't be a ghost watcher.
Oh my gosh. Okay, guys, we have no new episode next week. Ramina's off to Brazil, so catch up on an old episode.
And maybe submit some stuff that you guys want us to talk about. Ooh. Like maybe like some, I don't know, some topics if you guys.
You know what I was thinking? Yes. I hope we have time for this. But like maybe once an episode we should bring one of our like favorite products, whether that's like skin, hair, or makeup, and just something that we're loving lately, and just kind of like talk about it.
Ooh, love.
You know,
we're like influencers. Your best friends are the best influencers.
Exactly, because I feel like you're gonna have stuff I love and vice versa, and I don't know, maybe people.
Damn, that's like such a good idea.
Like
I love that.
Okay, I thought about that today.
Okay, we'll think of a cool name for that.
Yeah, we'll think of a good segment for that.
Yeah. Okay, I love it. Okay, we love you guys. Yeah, stay tuned and see you soon.
Bye.
Bye.